Tom is at a meeting this morning. Even though he's off today. I have opinions about that. But he's texting me this thing that he downloaded. It's called Daddy Up. And he's like, he sent me videos of him going through the app. And I'm like, oh, he's getting excited. Like, okay, he's always very involved. With Genevieve, he was very involved. With Sebastian, he was very involved. He went to as many appointments as he could possibly go to. And I think the only time he didn't go with me to appointments is when I was doing the, what was it called? Stress tests around the end of the pregnancies, because that was like 2 appointments every week. So he could not go to all those. And they were boring. They were like, I just lay there for an hour. So, it feels nice. Like, when we were pregnant with Genevieve, he went out and he bought all these books on how to be a father. And it's been 6 years since we had a baby, so I'm like, oh no, is he gonna buy more books again? I mean, I think we still have them. He never, and he's been a father, so he doesn't need a new book. But now he has this app. And you know what? Do it, my guy. I love it. Love that. And I like when they have something for fathers. That's really nice. It's Thursday. It's the, that's first doctor's appointment today. First of many, I assume. Ooh, it's raining. It's chilly. It's 53. Oh, God, I hate it. It was like 60s and 70s and 80s sometimes. And going back down to 53, I'm like, ugh, this is terrible. Anyway, waiting for Thomas to get into the car so we can go. Oh, and I had the weirdest dream. Don't think it was a pregnancy dream, just because don't think they happened as quickly as this, but it was definitely driven by my anxiety. I dreamt that we were going to this appointment, but he like took me to Home Depot, and it was like 1 o'clock, and I was mad at him because we missed the appointment, and we were still trying to get to the hospital, and he like couldn't find his way, which was weird because he's been there before. And then Sebastian was there for some reason. And then I started screaming at him, and he screamed at me, fine, do this yourself then. And I screamed back at him, and then I woke up and I was sad. He's not like that, obviously. I told him that dream, and he was like, so you don't want to go to Home Depot? I was like, no, I don't. It's the time. They separated us. I don't remember that from last time. I remember him always being here. Oh well. They said they were going to get him later. How long is this supposed to take? Alright, so it was like, I do remember this, a lot of genetic questions. And then I had to get naked. I like these big robes. When I was like younger, and I had to like come for gynecological things, they didn't have these big ones. So that was a harder time. So this now, I'm like, this is good. Thank you. It's confirmed. Got a bunch of scripts now. Got a welcome bag, so that's interesting. I'm sure we also got something with the other two. I just don't remember that.
Unboxing the welcome bag. Is it like a welcome bag? Welcome to the practice. Welcome bag. Welcome to pregnancy.
Probably welcome to pregnancy.
Yeah, that's what I'm going with. Okay. The answer is welcome to OBGYN Healthcare Associates at Vidal.
Congratulations!
Congratulations. Visit 1, 6 to 10 weeks. Visit 2, 12 to 4. Okay, so it talks about the weeks during the pregnancy.
Good information.
A guide for parents. Interesting. personalized pregnancy experience.
No, we're not getting out yet. Go away.
And mainline health.
Advertisement for a pediatrician. We have a pediatrician. This kid will probably go to the same one.
Advanced pediatric. 5 keys to successful breastfeeding.
Keep baby skin to skin with you until the first feeding.
Yeah.
Room in with your baby. Avoid supplementary feeding. Limit use of pacifiers and swaddling. Ask for help.
Dental care and pregnancy.
Lots of paper.
Lots of paperwork. To Philadelphia residents. Safe asleep for your baby. Alone. Same room, different space. Yes.
On back.
I know that. I'm not a new parent, but this is general information. There isn't like a separate packet for not new parents. Not new parent packet.
The not new parent packet. What updates have been since your last pregnancy?
Free car seat checks. Okay.
We're kind of pros at that too.
Rest easy, get a child safety seat inspection. And the fire department.
Car seat inspection stations. Good to know.
Lots of information about car seat inspection. They want that baby safe.
Yeah.
But we're pros at it. Plus, my brother's a firefighter. Newborn care class.
I remember we took those.
Yeah, but we don't need that anymore.
No, I don't think we need them. What to expect? Oh, I know what to expect.
I know what to expect.
Sleepless nights.
Similac. Rewards.
Running out of room for all the paper.
That's fine. Beyond the breast pump, a timeline of free pumping
Support
with you in mind. Prenatal, birth, postpartum.
That might be a good thing to have because I had such issues with pumping when I went back to work. So.
Yeah. That's something that you can do. Me one-on-one to unbox your pump with one of your pump. Okay. Stuff. Now for the swag bag. Winter 2025.
That's when the baby will be here.
It is. Okay, let's start with this. This is teething drops. We won't need that for a good while.
Baby drops.
Vitamin D3 drops.
Oh, I remember. We had to give these to the kids. Yeah, I remember doing this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very common thing to get for children. Tummy relief.
Gripe water.
Gripe water.
Luckily for us, they were never colicky.
Who knows what this
Who knows
child.
with this child? This child's making me nauseous, so who
Enter a
knows?
chance
To win?
to
What
win.
do I win?
Shopping for a baby. Tell us about it, and you could win a 500 American Express gift card.
Ooh.
Okay. baby D drops. Savings inside. Let's see what $1.50. Ooh. Which will come in handy because they're not cheap. Walmart, CVS, Target, Amazon. Common places to get that information. Train at home to work at home for doctors.
Oh, interesting. So they're like trying to entice new moms to, oh, we can give you some work at home.
Train in as low as 4 months, medium pay, $23 an hour.
That's not bad.
Be your own boss at your own hours, be home for your family. Yes, the permanent labor confirms it. A continued increase in medical billing jobs by 2033. My mom does medical billing, I think.
Or she did.
Well, she did. I don't know if she does now. I don't talk to her. And the last thing that I'm going to be reading today is
There's other stuff in the bag.
Baby's First Year magazine. Oh, do I miss something?
Yeah.
More coupons, excuse me.
Mommy care kit. More about car seats. Their card. So that's nice. And then, oh, Enfamil. Yeah, if you're going to get Similac, you got to get an Enfamil one, too.
Yeah.
Oh. They'll send you free stickery things. And then free breast pump. That's great. 'Cause okay, when we were getting a breast pump, I called my insurance, and they're like, all right, well, you can rent it for like $200 some a month. And I'm like, rent it? For $200 some a month? What kind of industrial sized breast pump are you giving me? So I ended up just buying one for like $100 some. It was fine. I'm not good at pumping, so if I could get one for free, that'd be great. So that's pretty cool. I have such pump problems. So that's their welcome bag. That's a lot. Alright, now I gotta take you to work, right?
I work at 11. I have to get my my lunch.
Alright, well, I'm on sick time till 10, but I have a thing to go to.
So we gotta get going, is what you're saying.
Yeah.
9:07. Okay, we do have to, can we stop home real quick?
Yeah. Happy Friday. It's gonna be a dreary day. She had a fun day scheduled today. They canceled it to next week. So fingers crossed, next week has better weather, because last night when we had to run out and get something super late, she was like, I need an orange shirt. And unfortunately we had to go to Walmart, so I was like, there's clothes, find the orange shirt. And she did. So the fun day outfit fiasco is resolved. Thank goodness. So today is our ultrasound. And it'll be fine. Logically. I know it'll be fine. No bad symptoms. No cramping, no bleeding, nothing. It'll be fine. I just have little paranoid thoughts in the back of my mind of like, ooh, what if it's not? Because there's a lot of, and I know with the algorithm, if you watch one video, it just shows you a bunch of different videos. It just looks like everybody's having a miscarriage. But there's a lot of like my miscarriage story, and it's always like that first trimester, like 9 weeks, 8 weeks, all that. And I have to go back and maybe not, but trying to think of, did they express any like unusual symptoms? And that it led to the miscarriage, or if it was just everything's fine and then it wasn't. So there's that fear in the back of your head even after you've had a couple babies. And then it's obviously not ectopic because I don't have any of those symptoms. But I remember one story where the woman went in for the ultrasound and, you know, they wanted a baby, they were happy for the baby, but when they did the ultrasound, there was no baby. There was the sac, but there was no baby inside of it. So that was not a viable pregnancy. And I had not thought about that possibility. I was like, oh, new fear unlocked. My turban is falling off. Alright, so I gotta go get the girls' lunch ready. Breakfast too, probably. And I have to drink 32 ounces of water. So, we're here. It's early, but I still have to drink 32 ounces of water. And we have to find the place.
We're like half an hour early.
Oh,
Not bad.
so I gotta chug. Just got done. Was not allowed to film in there, which is fine. It was nice. We saw baby. There is a baby. So all those fears gone. So hopefully everything's fine and remains fine. So I can now talk about it. Because I couldn't do it in the car because there was a lot of people waiting for parking spots. So, baby! Right there. Baby! She's like, it looks like a gummy bear. I was like, yeah, it kind of does. Little squishy gummy bear. And, well, technically with my menstrual cycle, I was 9 weeks and 2 days today. Baby measures at exactly 9 weeks. Which is different for me because usually I have bigger babies. So, when I put it up there, I was like, oh, my stuff's in there. Maybe I can block that out. Anyway, so I wanted to do like a weekly thing, but honestly, weeks 7 and 8, completely like uneventful. The only eventful things is that, you know, I had other stuff going on. I had work stuff and I had Jessica's baby shower, so I was mostly focusing on those things. The only thing that really kind of got in the way was I was so tired. That has been a very common symptom throughout every pregnancy I've had. Just first trimester, very tired, very unmotivated. Just want to kind of sit and stare. Tom's taking a picture and he's setting it up at work because he didn't want to tell people. He just wanted to like set up something.
Question is, how does Valerie feel?
Valerie feels very happy. Valerie would not be doing this if Valerie wasn't willing. So it's crazy, like having pictures and seeing like there's a thing in there. There's a person, the beginnings of a person in there. Oh my gosh, the last one. The last little melon. No, the goat cheese is in the drawer. In a bag. So we told Jessica like got really close, like leaned her forehead against mine and was just like, I hope it's not a boy. Because if it's a boy, chances are like one of two possibilities. Either we'll also be autistic.
But I found it anyway.
Okay, good. Or will not be autistic. and potentially then will be the favor over Sebastian, because my brother-in-law has autism, and Jessica has seen that their birth father favors the non-autistic son over Aaron, so she's worried. And I'm like, that's not us though. That's not us. So she was like, she wants it to be a girl for that reason. Amy wants it to be a girl because Amy likes little girl baby clothes. Which honestly, that's a problem with society as a whole. Why aren't there cute little boy clothes? And then Genevieve wants a girl because she's one little sister. Everybody's pushing for girl. I told the technician, I don't care what it is, but if it's a boy, I'm going to tell it that everybody wanted him to be a girl. It's probably going to mess with him. If my child ever sees this, child, if you ever see this, if you don't understand your mother's sense of humor by now, I have failed you. So, here we are, 9 weeks. It's been a pretty uneventful pregnancy so far, thank God. I don't want eventful. I want totally normal. I just want the baby.
Put some in my room too.
I just want
Let's see. There was a bunch of. I see your insurance card.
Thomas is helping because he's gone to this LabCorp before. Alright, they took my blood. It was super fast, painless. Like, she got the vein right away. Very good technician. And that task is done. Hooray. Hello. It's 5 o'clock in the morning. And we've awoken because I have to go to an ultrasound, and we scheduled it for 7. We have to be there at 6:45. And I have to drink a bunch of water now. Lovely. Like, we don't have it too bad compared to some other people. Like, there's some other people. I remember when we took classes with Genevieve before she was born, there were people that had to travel hours to get to their hospital. How would they do these appointments? Yeah. No. We found the office really easily because the paper had the suite number and the floor it's on, which was super helpful. I wish all places had that. And we're super early. Well, it's 6:20. We're supposed to get there at 6:45. So the door doesn't open then. I don't know what's going to happen. Ugh. It's done. How you feeling, Thomas?
Good.
Good. Like new pictures of baby?
Yep.
That was great. Did not like not being able to pee, but you get through it. So, I gotta go work now. Hi. So, tomorrow I am 14 weeks. And there, I'm in the 2nd trimester. And my husband is very relieved. He gets very nervous during the 1st trimester because you never know what's going to happen. And he would tell me things like, I pray every day for you and the baby. And I'm like, that's so sweet. But it's okay. He's just very, cautious. He thinks it's very delicate. And, we have kids. And Sebastian loves to climb on mommy, so he would get a little bit upset. And I had to explain to him, if Sebastian push up here on my stomach, It does not hurt baby down there. Anatomy. But he gets weird about it. But like, a lot of this right now is just, it's fat. Because I've looked perpetually pregnant since the second kid. And the baby is underneath all that. We had, Genevieve wanted to know if the baby could hear yet. And we Googled it. It does have ears. And I'm like, this is what the baby hears under all the fat. That's what the baby hears. Oh, I'm an idiot. Anyway, so I took little clips all through the first trimester. Some appointments, you know, we weren't ever allowed to videotape at the actual appointment. They're like, nope, can't do that. And I was like, cool, whatever. My sister asked me, since I am super duper high risk, because plus size girl, older girl, geriatric pregnancy, 39, had gestational diabetes with first baby, so history of it. So yeah, I am exceptionally high risk in their eyes. And she was like, does that, like, how many, in the first trimester, how many appointments did you have? And I was like, appointment to verify pregnancy, appointment, ultrasound to verify pregnancy, translucency ultrasound for growth, I believe. I don't know. And then another follow-up appointment. So I don't know. I don't think that actually is more than what the normal is. The only like real difference is that they gave me the script for the gestational diabetes test, so I have to go and do that. Probably gonna pick a sick day because I've already maxed out my sick time. So now, to not lose any, I have to use a sick day sometime between this week and the next time I have to put in a timesheet, because the next cycle of timesheets we earn a day of sick. So that I can actually earn that day and earn my time, I should use a day. So probably use that day and go do the hour-long test. And guess what? It doesn't even matter what that test says, because even if I pass that test, they're going to make me do the low-carb diet, and they're going to check me again, because that's what they did for Seb. I passed the first I passed the gestational diabetes tests that they did early for him, but they were like, how about you just go on the diet anyway? And when I told that to my sister, she told it to her gynecologist, and the gynecologist was like, yeah, we do that. So, not uncommon. And then later on in the pregnancy, I had to test again. So, expect that. Now, as far as the first trimester, my first trimesters are never exceptionally dramatic, thank God. The only symptoms I ever really notice are excessive tiredness. I have that ennui. I am very unmotivated, and that was super unhelpful for work, because I have a budget I have to spend. I have events I have to do. I have to like work. So being tired and unmotivated is not helpful. And then also I'm tired and unmotivated and nobody knows why. There was also a position up for work, and I did try to apply for it. Ultimately, they deemed me unqualified, mostly due to my last eval, and if you watch my videos, you know what happened. And you know what? I've come to terms with that. It's fine. First day, I was an emotional wreck, but I'm okay now. And like, I know it's illegal. I know they can't not give me a promotion. They can't like do anything because I'm pregnant, but it doesn't stop people. And even my therapist was like, yeah, don't tell them. So I was told I wasn't qualified based on my own lack of merit, not because of the pregnancy. Good to know. But, other than the tiredness, I never had nausea or vomiting with Jen and Sebastian. I didn't have vomiting with this one. I had a little bit of nausea, but it was always like right before, like if I was hungry, then nausea would happen. As soon as I ate, nausea went away. So I kind of was like, oh, I can't skip meals. Which, I'm a big girl. Obviously, I like food. But I'm not always motivated to make myself breakfast. But this time I was like, okay, make the breakfast. Make the breakfast. You're going to get sick otherwise. And that sucks. It's, I know it's not like full-on nausea. Because my sister, this is her first baby, and she was describing nausea that lasts for hours and hours and hours. And I did not experience that. I'm very thankful for that. I don't want that. Other than that, whenever I sneezed, my uterus would spasm, and that sucked. That hurt. That was round ligament pain. And I told my husband about that. I was like, internet says it's fine. Internet says it's not dangerous. Internet says it hurts, and gosh darn does it hurt. If I sit up wrong, I get round ligament pain. So that sucks too. I don't remember that happening with the first two. I think because this is the third pregnancy and my body's different, that's probably why I'm experiencing that. I don't know. Tom and Amy said I was moody at times. Maybe. I don't know. I don't think so. Who knows? But yeah, that's about it. Like, thank God. Uneventful first trimester. Went to our doctor's appointments. Doctor appointments were fine. That's it. I don't have a raw and real kind of like thing. This is real. This is what I'm experiencing. And luckily for me, it's been pretty good. We'll see how the first sugar test goes. Let's see. All right, so in the second trimester now, and we did the genetic testing because my insurance covered it. So I was like, heck yeah, do it. And now we know what the sex of the baby is. We are having a boy. And I don't know if I mentioned it before, but I was leaning towards boy. I have absolutely zero scientific reasoning why. I just felt it was more boy. I don't know why. Just a feeling. And I had that feeling with Seb, and I had girl feeling with Jen. I have no idea why. It was just feeling. It was just intuition. That's all. If I have any psychic abilities, it's just knowing what the sex of the baby I'm going to have is, which isn't really helpful, especially since this is the last one. And my sister was like, well, those can be wrong. But then she was like, actually, I heard it's more wrong if it's a girl because it might be too early to detect if it's a boy. But if they're detecting a boy, it's probably going to be a boy. So it's a boy. So her little boy and my little boy will be the same age. Crazy. She also told him, like, when we told her it's a boy, she started talking. She's like, oh, and if you're going to have a baby sprinkle, which I don't know, we'll see. But she's like, if you're going to, and your baby's born, and your baby's like due in December, you should have your baby shower in like October, and it should be pumpkin themed. And I was like, oh, if I was having a sprinkle, it would definitely be pumpkin themed. But I don't know if that's gonna happen. I don't want to party. I don't want to invite people over. So my video cut off because it got overheated while I was outside. It's 6:16. I'm waiting for Thomas. He took the car this morning and I'm just waiting. I don't think anyone else is in the office right now. Be awkward if it was. So anyway, first trimester fine. We know what the baby is. And ending on a happy note. So thinking of doing a second trimester vlog, and it'll include the gestational diabetes test and all that stuff. I guess, I don't know. We'll see. Will there be more than the usual doctor's appointments? Maybe. I know around the 3rd trimester usually is, because for both kids I had to do stress tests. So that has to come. Okay, thank you for watching. Mwah.